why should the United States wait for everyone else instead of being the leader in going ahead and getting rid of our sugar program as we have it?
Well, I think you can use, I would just use the European example. You know, when they got rid of theirs, it was under the same argument. And what they found today was that the price that consumers pay now is about maybe 25% higher. I think that at the end of the day, especially when you're dealing with someone like Brazil, who's controlling such a large percent of the market share, you can't move until they move. You can't get fair trade or free trade until that 800-pound gorilla in the market, reduces those subsidies. And so I think that until they move, we can't move. I don't know if you.
And this, as I understand, this is not static. Brazil just has a new budget with a 20% increase in the subsidy, as I understand it. And it seems to me, and it's interesting because I worked with the free traders at the Cancun conference some years ago, and I learned a lot about what countries like Brazil were up to in trying to manipulate and work against the free markets. And it is very obvious to me that they're not going to be satisfied with 50% of the market. They're out to get the entire world market.
Now, isn't it true that Brazil, if they decide that they want to raise the price, they can snap their finger and move a lot of sugar production into ethanol, thereby curbing the supply of sugar into the commercial baking candy area?
That's very true. And historically, Brazil has gone from only having 18 million tons of sugar production to they're clear up to 36 million tons of production today. And another 36 million tons goes into their ethanol production. So if it was all sugar, it'd be 72 million tons. So yes, they can swing things very much, and they've subsidized their ethanol very heavily. And if they decide that they need more sugar, they can move it into sugar. But another big problem they have is sometimes the value of the real drops, and that pushes more sugar out and depresses the market even further.
And why would we want to unilaterally disarm our farmers here to be at the mercy of someone who has such economic prowess when it comes to sugar? I mean, sure, the price may drop at first, but then if Brazil decides that they want to move that price up, if they want to hurt the United States' economy there, they could just start raising that price again, and we would be without any means of helping to depress that price back for the average consumer out there.
And when you lose these jobs, when a sugar mill closes, it doesn't come back into production. It's gone. We've lost 100,000 jobs in the last 30 years. We're down to 142,000 jobs in the United States. Those jobs are important. Everybody that's left's very efficient, and they're good business people. But as Larry mentioned it, with the Brazilians increasing their subsidies, the government was actually quoted last week as saying, we're spending this money on our ag programs in Brazil, and we will spend more if we need to, because this is a priority.
What about the free trade argument that if we were to go on and get rid of our program, that even given Brazil's situation, other countries would stand up and realize they can make a profit in the United States?
I haven't seen that happen. I mean, it just seems like the United States is constantly asked to tear down its walls and to step out first. And every time they step out, no one steps up. I just haven't seen it. I just don't believe it'll happen in that capacity unless we have some ability to leverage them and force them to step with us. It's almost like we have to step together.